Okay, guys, this is my battle for the first round of Magnitude's Monotype Tourney, and it's against Datai from Team Equinox. And basically, for this tourney, I decided to be Poison type, mainly because I have quite a few guys who are of that type. And also, it's quite a solid choice, I'd say. So 5 out of the 6 guys have to be of that type, and 1 can be a non-Poison type. And yeah, I thought it'd be quite nice to follow in the footsteps of Xerxes himself. So I lead off with Crobat, always a nice lead, and I go for the Hypnosis. Now I don't carry Taunt on this Crobat, and I really should, but I just never decided to change it. So yeah, I U-turn out, and he goes to Gengar to resist it nicely. And I decided to go out to Tentacruel so that I can start setting up my Toxic Spikes. He T-bolts, and it does just over half. And now I'm quite worried because I'm not sure if I'll be able to take another T-bolt. But I saw how much it did, and it did 145 after Leftovers recovery, which means that with 200 HP left, I'm definitely going to be able to take a second, even though I might only just live it. And rightly enough, I live with 22 HP, which was just awesome. And that there basically clinched the match. Those Toxic Spikes were just the most amazing thing in this match. I cannot tell you how much they helped me. So Tentacle was useless to me, so I let him die for death fodder. Now I bring in Toxicroak, hoping to get up a Sword Stance, but he gets a stupid freaking crit, and that's just really annoying. That's the first crit of the max, and I just really get haxed over here completely. So I was going to Sucker Punch with Toxicroak after the SD, but I couldn't do that because of the crit. So I bring in TTFA, and he gets another freaking crit, even though it didn't matter because of my sash. And it seems that I outsped his Gengar, so it was either a speed tie there or I'm faster, so that was good to know. He brings in a Dusknoir, and I'm on 1 HP here, and there's not much I can do, and I know he's going to Shadow Sneak. So I decide to go out to Crobat to take the Shadow Sneak nicely, and he hits me with it. Now I decide to just go and U-turn out or Aerial Ace. I can't quite remember. I think I U-turn. So he brings in Gengar, U-turn out. It doesn't do much. And I go to my own Gengar just to threaten him with the T-Bolt. Just making sure that I can just try and get rid of this guy. So he thinks it may be a speed tie. I'm not sure if it was, if I won the speed tie again, or if I just outsped him plain like that. But yeah. So that was good. I got rid of his Gengar. So now I bring in Roserade, predicting the Will-O-Wisp for him to predict my Crobat to come in, but he decides to go for the Shadow Sneak anyway, and it hurts quite a bit, so it won't be great to take a second one of those. So I stay in just to get some damage on him with Energy Ball, and that takes him down quite nicely with the Life Orb extra power, and with Poison he's nearly gone. So I bring out Crobat to take another Shadow Sneak, which was good. And I now decide to Aerial Ace just to finish off this Dusknoir, who's basically dead after Poison. So I finish off Dusknoir, which was nice, and that's one wall out of my way, which is pretty good. So now he decides to bring in his Spiritomb, which is just a complete pain in the ass. I mean, Spiritomb, no weaknesses, is just really, really annoying. So I U-turn out, does quite a nice chunk, and I go out to Gengar. Now, I saw that he attacked first when I U-turned there, so I was thinking that he was going to have Shadow Sneak, but it turned out that he had Sucker Punch instead. So now I go for the Hypnosis, and it hits again, which was good, and he's fast asleep, which is nice. So now I'm just going to go for the Aerial Ace, just to get some more damage in on him, as I'm predicting the switch out. So he goes to Miss Magus, and I Aerial Ace for some nice damage. Now I know another one will do quite a bit, and he won't be able to sub up after another. So he has to switch out, and he goes out to Ron his Aggron. And this thing is just an absolute pain, because there's not really much I can do to touch it at all. I've got Roserade who can sort of do a bit to it, but not much. So my only option here is to hope that he subs up, which he does, and to bring out my counter Gengar to Destiny Bond him and to get rid of him. And it works out absolutely perfect as he Stone Edges, and thankfully it hits me, and I'm able to take out Aggron with literally no effort, which was really, really nice. So now he's thinking, I bring out Crobat, and he goes for Spirit Tomb. And I decide to aerial ace here and get some more damage in, and he wakes up and gets a Will-O-Wisp off, which wasn't great for me. It pretty much crippled my Crobat for the rest of the match, although I could still go with Hypnosis. So he brings out Mr. Mages, I Hypnosis, and it misses, which really annoyed me. Hypnosis has just not been going my way at all. I mean, it stopped going my way quite a while ago. But then Hypnosis misses a second time in a row, and now I'm getting really, really annoyed because I'm just getting haxed over here, and there's nothing I can do about it. So he Calm Minds, and with the one Calm Mind, Mr. Magus still isn't that powerful, and one Aerial Ace won't take him out because of the burn. So I get rid of the sub with the secondary Ace, and his Shadow Ball doesn't KO me, which was really good. It means that Crobat's still useful for a Hypnosis. So Crobat lives it, and he Hypnosises and puts Miss Mages to sleep, and finally Hypnosis misses on its hits on its third turn, and I live with 3 HP after that burn, which was pretty nice. So I U-turn out, it does basically nothing, and I go out to my last resort, which is my DD Salamence. Now this thing I've had for a very long time. It was my first ever EV'd Mon, done because I saw Mariland had one, and back then I was complete noob. I was like, yay, Mariland for the win. So I DD up, which was awesome, and I outspeed it now, so I Dragon Claw. Now I'm expecting him to go to Spirit Tomb, because I know that it can take a Dragon Claw, and so does he. So I don't want to take a Will-O-Wisp, and I decide to switch out, and I go to Crobat. And he Will-O-Wisps, and Crobat dies from the burn. And now I've got 2 guys left. I've got Roserade and I've got Salamence. And the only way I'm going to beat the Spirit Tomb is by over-predicting, and by just getting him down with that poison damage and making sure he stays in and just loses health from it. So I predict the Will-O-Wisp, and this is the only bit of hacks I get for myself in this match. Will-O-Wisp misses, which was very, very crucial actually in the long run. So I go to Storm, and predicting a Sucker Punch, I go straight back to Salamence and get a second Intimidate on his Spirit Tomb. So now his Spirit Tomb's not looking great in terms of what it's got. So I switch out, and he Pursuits. And after those Intimidates, I thought Pursuit would do nothing. And then looking at it going down, I was like, oh crap, he got another freaking crit. And that just really, really annoyed me. So luckily, I get in Storm, and I live with 5 HP on the recoil from Life Orb, and I get rid of his Spirit Tomb, which was just awesome. So he Shadow Sneaks with Shedinja, and with Toxic Spikes, it takes out his Shedinja, and that's game. So I win with 71 HP, and that was an awesome game, Datai. I got completely hacked, but in the face of that hacks, I just showed how you can overcome it with skill. So thanks very much for that match. Hopefully moving on to the next round, and Hypnosis sucks. Don't use it, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and this is me out. See ya.